And we're back. This is Minding Your Business with the Lancaster Chamber of Commerce. I'm Chris Spiker of Antelope Valley Florist. Aaron Goldstein, co-host. Who's our next guest?
Our next guest is Dave Owens from Farmers Insurance. Today he is representing the Lancaster Cemetery.
And himself.
Absolutely.
Himself, I'm sorry, your dad was a school teacher.
Yeah, my dad was a school teacher. He still teaches. Once a teacher, always a teacher.
Yeah.
You can't turn it off.
Good for him. Good for him. So, you and I were talking.
Uh-huh.
And you said there's a couple of things going on at the cemetery. You're on the cemetery board.
I am indeed. I'm the chairman of the board. I'm very honored to work with some great people over there, Richard Cook and Christine Borzaga. And we have a few things that are coming up. It's kind of the end of the year, so we have some great holiday things coming up, and also Veterans Day is going to be coming up, and we'll always have a great program there. So I'd love to chat with you guys about what's going to be happening November 11th.
Veterans Day is always November 11th.
Always November 11th.
It's a Friday this year.
It is indeed. It is indeed Friday, November 11th, and we'll be having a special service at 9 o'clock. And, this is a day where we really just want to, just say thank you to our veterans. This is the kind of ways you want to go up and shake a veteran's hand and just say thank you so much for your service. We just want to honor them and let them know that we truly appreciate the service they give to our country.
Hugs and well wishes and handshakes.
You bet.
Always. And do you need qualifications to get into the cemetery? I don't. You know what I mean.
It depends on which side of the ground you're talking about. So if you're
but
on
it's a public place, right?
It's a pub. It is a
public.
It is the only public cemetery in the Antelope Valley that is in use. It's been in continuous use since 1896, and at one time the land was actually kind of considered out in the boondocks. It was considered way out there. But then it was donated by a civic-minded family to Los Angeles County, and then eventually it was incorporated into a district, and so it's supported through a combination of tax dollars and then sales and things of that nature. But yeah, it's a public cemetery. A lot of our well-known civic luminaries are buried there. It has really been a pleasure and honor to just be able to meet so many people. I was just looking, next year is going to be 10 years for me being on the board.
Wow.
So
you're still having fun?
You know what? It's still having fun. It is so great because whenever I first came on the board, it was struggling. But since that time, all the trustees and everybody's really pulled hard. A lot of great things have happened. We now have recycled water out there, which is a lot cheaper.
Gotcha.
And I'll tell you, it is green. We're able to, be green and be green, if you know what I'm saying. But it just looks beautiful out there. Our grounds crew, they just take so much pride in doing a great job.
I'm out there delivering flowers every once in a while.
Oh, we see you all the time out there.
And I see the crews are out there all the time.
All the time. They just work. Our head groundskeeper, Baltimore, it's like his personal garden, and I see him out there just with strings to make sure everything's measured exactly right. But but it is a public cemetery. Anybody can come out anytime, just wander around. It's very peaceful. People come in and they say, wow, I didn't realize what a beautiful place this was till they come in.
And you've got Dale DeBry out there.
Yes, we do. Dale is the general manager extraordinaire.
Resident historian.
If you want to know anything about that cemetery, she will be able to tell you.
So if an 8-year-old was studying American history and needed to do a story on the Civil War?
Yes, we have Civil War veterans buried out there. As a matter of fact, we've got one Confederate soldier buried out there. And if you look at those headstones, you can truly see, how many people came from back east and headed west. I mean, it's just really, the story is really told by those headstones. You see the Confederates from Texas. We have Union soldiers from Minnesota, from Iowa. Just all came west after the Civil War. It's truly amazing, and I'm so grateful that we have people like Dale who have really worked hard to preserve that history.
And speaking of the garden, the rose bushes.
Yes,
quite a show.
Baltimore, he gets a couple of blooms off those every year.
A couple.
Yeah, he managed to get them, and he gets a couple of blooms, and it's just, he really cares for those. And if he finds a spot to put a rose bush, he does.
I saw on Facebook Zonta donated.
They did. We were very appreciative of that. Zonta, they donated some roses to go in the Veterans Court of Honor. And so anybody that comes out on our Veterans Day ceremony at 9 o'clock at the cemetery, they'd be able to see those. But there has just been a lot of community organizations showing us a lot of love, and we're just so grateful, that we have that kind of love. And I'd say that there's anything that I feel good about what I've done in the cemetery is really help try to bring in some of these organizations, realize what's there, and just the jewel that it is.
Yeah, yep. It's not a well-kept secret, but it's certainly a story that needs to be told.
Absolutely, and just once people who've never been out, once they go out, they are changed. They're saying, "Wow, this is a special place."
You mentioned also Wreaths Across America.
Yes.
Which is a December event, however.
Yes, we do collect. It costs $15 for a wreath, and what the idea is, we want. The idea first started with a wreath maker in back east who wanted every single veteran at Arlington National Cemetery to have a wreath at the holiday time. And it became so popular that so many other places wanted to do it. They weren't able to do all of them. Well, we're really, really honored that in Southern California, we're one of the cemeteries that has a Wreaths Across America program. And we have different organizations donate large amounts of money to make sure every veteran has a wreath. We even get enough that we're able to decorate up the cemetery. And in past years, when we've had snow, it's looked spectacular. You see the snow out there on the wreaths, and you look at out there and you can see that every single wreath represents a service person. And we also put them out for Gold Star parents, which is parents who have lost a child during the service. So each one of those parents has a special wreath with a special display at their gravesite, and it's very, very moving and just a huge outpouring of community spirit. $15 a wreath, most anybody can afford to do their part, and so it's really spectacular.
A family could adopt one vet.
Oh,
one
absolutely,
veteran.
they could, and many do.
Yeah.
And many do. You get out there when we place the wreaths. We haven't got the exact date set yet, but it is in December. You just see families. You see little kids running around all the way up to grandmas and grandpas and great grandmas and grandpas out there putting the wreaths up. And it's something the community puts up. Our groundskeepers, they put up the stakes, but it's the community goes and places those wreaths. And it's just a great thing to be part of, a great thing to see. And, and we keep it up there till after the new year. So even if people aren't there that day, they can still come out and enjoy those wreaths.
And they can contact Dale over at the cemetery
They
right
sure
now
can.
and get that going.
661-942-6110. And either Carla or Dale will be able to tell you how to do it, or you can just go on in and they'll set you up.
Being an old timer, you've been here a long time. It's hard to believe somebody wouldn't know where the cemetery was, but give me the location.
Sure, it's 111 East Lancaster Boulevard. It's right at the corner of Division and Lancaster Boulevard, right next door to AV High School. So it's really hard to miss. Once again, there are, the walls around it kind of block it from the street, and people don't always get a full appreciation of it until they go inside. But I just, as chairman, I just want to invite anybody in the community, come by anytime. It's a beautiful, peaceful experience, and we get people just come in want to just enjoy the ambiance.
Positively, it is. Being an old timer, I enjoy walking around and remembering people.
Mm-hmm.
The cemetery is open sunrise to sunset.
Exactly right.
And I've seen that gate open pretty early. I don't know, does that happen by magic or is...
No, we have security guards that actually their job is to come in and open that thing up at first thing in the morning, and they get there a little bit before, and it's a little bit after sunset, so gives people plenty of time to get in and visit their loved ones and then leave. So, but it's just really it's just a very, very special experience, and I think that anybody who's been in the Antelope Valley any time wander around, you'll see names of people like Jane Reynolds Park. You'll see Raleigh Dudley, Murdy Weber, who for those who are old timers will know who Murdy Weber was,
right.
In the Western Hotel. A lot of the Stirk family, which was another one of the the founding families there. They're all there.
So you sell the way that the money happens that allows you to do all the wonderful things that you do in the community is you've been a farmer's insurance agent for
Yeah, over
many
10
moons.
years. Yeah, I've worked over 10 years. Been in the insurance business about 25. And I really enjoy what I do because you're really out there getting to meet a lot of people, and I really, especially working with business owners. So I'm really glad to come in. I'm just proud to be a chamber member, and it's great because I get to just talk about some of the different things that. Yeah, whenever new business owner, you have so many things you're trying to do. You're trying to figure out, and then you say, I've got to get this insurance thing, and knowing what is it that I need, that's something that I can really help with. Also, I have a website. It's called thedaveowens.com. If you want to look at that, I've got different blogs there, good for business owners, good for homeowners, and stuff that might be, try to keep stuff that's interesting and useful on
You
there.
might put this fascinating video on your website
Okay.
because people will see you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And they'll realize, hey, he's a nice
That's
guy.
the
He's
guy.
believable.
That's right. I hope so. But I was hoping that they would just hear me on the radio, but now they see me. It's like I've got a face made for radio. That's for sure.
Your public demands more of you. That's
Okay.
for sure.
Well, I'm ready for the challenge.
And your office is on Avenue J. You're a good neighbor of Antelope Valley Florist.
I am indeed. We could throw rocks at each other, but we don't.
I come over there every once in a while for a slice of pie. What's that all about?
Well, it's what, and if I hear you're coming, I'll have donuts or pie. If I hear Chris Spiker's coming, I know a party's coming along with him.
But your daughter is no longer serving.
No, she's now 17 years old. She's too cool for the room. But no, she's actually a very, very good kid. We're looking at colleges. She's kind of at that particular point in her life, and I keep thinking she's 6, but she's not. So,
Well, yeah, it's the way it should be. Talking with Dave Owens, Farmers Insurance. Thank you, Dave.
glad to be here. Thank you.